In this video, I'm going to fix my old weed eater PE. I think it's a, P550. I bought this thing brand new from, you remember Builders Square? I think they're a division of Kmart at the time, and I think I bought it in 98. And I still have the owner's manual, bill of sale, but I've used the heck out of this thing. And it's never given me any trouble. I did have to replace the fuel lines and the primer bulb on it probably 15 years ago. Other than that, I've done nothing to it, but I use it to edge my gardens around the yard. The wheeled edger, yeah, it's October, late October, so things are winding down in the yard. But anyway, I edge all this with it, and with that wheeled edger I can get nice straight edges, to where with the one with the Ego that you kind of carry in your hand that attaches as a trimmer, that's great for driveways, but for this kind of stuff it's hard to keep a nice straight line. I can do it. I've been the last 4 or 5 times I've edged with the Ego edger, but it's just a lot harder than using the gas weed eater one, so I'm going to fix it. This is the problem. The recoil doesn't catch anymore, and I can see the flywheel through there, and I don't know if it's just dirty or what, but I'm going to throw it in the parts washer and clean it up first thing, and then we'll go from there. That's actually the back side of the flywheel, and you can see the crankcase there. I don't know if this thing just got dirt in it and that's why it's acting up, but it's got, you can see I got to take this assembly off, all this right down to there, to get the recoil starter. And I think it's only three or four screws down in here. Anyway, I'll look at it and figure it out. Looks like I got some thread or something tangled up in there. But anyway, we're gonna get this thing back in working order because I actually really like it. Yeah, I cleaned all the goo and crud and dirt around everything. I don't want to get dirt in it, so I put it in the parts washer and tried to clean everywhere on this side too, where I separate it so I don't get dirt and anything. But this is the crankcase side, so I don't think I'll have to take apart, but I think, yeah, the recoil, just washing it out didn't get the recoil catching, so there must be something broken. And we'll take it apart and see what we need to get and try and get the parts and get this thing fixed up. This thing usually starts in 1 or 2 poles. The more I use it, the better it runs. And so I actually, like I say, I really like this little unit. Some of you may have had them in the past and not liked them, but if you know how to use them properly, they're just absolutely amazing to use. I've never had this thing apart, but from looking at it, it looks like the screws are down in here, and these are probably in these holes to keep dirt out of them. So the bolts come out, so I'm going to try and get all these out. I'm going to assume that, there's a fastener down in there. So let me get these out, and then we'll, that's exactly what those do, is keep the dirt out of the bolt holes so you can service the machine. So let me get that cleaned out too with a little screwdriver, and then I'll start taking it apart. Yeah, so those 3 screws held that on. This goes on here to kind of hold the fuel lines out of the way of the starter rope. But this is the starter ratchet, and it works now. But it's apart, and that's the clutch. And that's the other end of the clutch that, runs the blade. There's a little gearbox in there, but this is loose. And I'm just wondering if that's why it wasn't working. And I'm going to try and take this off, and hopefully the spring doesn't explode. But I think that's why it wasn't working. This was loose, and those dogs weren't catching in there. So anyway, I'm just going to horse with it a little bit and see if I don't know if I want to take that apart. I'm afraid the spring's going to go flying. But anyway, we'll look at it. The recoil spring, I think, is behind that. But I'm going to try and get this off carefully so I can see if it's just dirty in there and needs some cleaning or something. But the recoil will catch it once this clutch, once I tighten this up with my fingers to where those set into that cup, the engine turned over. So it might just be this nut came loose is the only issue with it. I see absolutely nothing wrong with the little starter catches. This is clean on the inside. I think the whole problem was that starter cup, the nut that holds the clutch on was loose. So let me tighten it up and put it back together and see if it cranks up. That was an ultra simple fix. It turns the motor over now because the recoil turns this, and this is bolted to the clutches, held with 2 pins to this, and that nut holds the clutch into that. So that nut loosening up just allowed that cup to spin without those pins. So that is fixed. And then the fuel lines, I don't know if you can see those little notches there. They kind of go in there. And those notches like so. And then the fuel tank sits over a couple pins there. And then when you put it together, you put this little bit right here, and that holds the fuel lines there. And then I just 3 screws and that's back on, it's repaired. So we're going to have this thing running here shortly. So hopefully this weekend I can edge all my gardens one last time for the season. I fixed the recoil, it cranks over now. So being that that's done, this thing's sitting here with a full tank of gas too, by the way. This thing broke about 2 months ago. But I'm going to clean the air filter too. As long as I've cleaned the machine up, I might as well do some general maintenance on it that I haven't done on it in a long time. The air filter doesn't really get that dirty because it intakes from right around here, draws it down the handle and into the, well, actually out there and into the cleaner, and then up into the, that's the carburetor intake. The filter's in here like so, and that's where the air comes in from the handle, so it doesn't get all the dirt from down here on the ground in the air cleaner. So the air cleaner does stay clean, but seeing it's out, we'll give it a clean. Well, let's see if this thing will start up. I haven't run it in good 2.5, 3 months. Let all that parts washer fluid burn off the motor. I'll let it run a little bit. It's too wet out to edge, so I'm just going to run it enough to burn like I say all that. Cleaning solvent. Yeah, I'm just going to let it drip on the cardboard for a while, you know, and that solvent gets still up in it. But anyway, there we go. All fixed. Completely working again. I've been doing this stuff just trying to make a little room in the garage. I needed to get this going. This can go back in the shed now. I got to change the oil in this. I put the little lawnmower up in the garage here. I got the carburetor, I got another 2-barrel Rochester 2-barrel here, like that one on that 283. Rochester 2-gen. It even has a little Chevrolet bow tie thing there, so I'm going to rebuild that, and then I'll have an extra rebuilt carburetor. I can take care of that stuff. This is all a lot of just 2-barrel parts, so if I need this cap here, see how that's broken off? So I'm sure there's probably 2 or 3 caps in here, and so we'll get that taken care of, and that all rebuilt. Never hurts to have an extra carburetor or 2 around for something. And yeah, so that way I can have a little room to work in the garage. I'm going to do some work on the Bel Air, like I say, this winter. So anyway, that's it for this video. If you like the video, definitely hit the like button. If you want video on this too, changing the oil in it, leave a comment in the comments. But anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you like my channel, you can hit that 348 engine icon that pops up there. That will subscribe you. And thank you for watching my videos.